Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about State of Origin, because tonight is State of Origin number 1, Game 1. So State of Origin is a 3-game series that occurs every year in the Australian National Rugby League. And it's been going since 1980, and here's a cool little box set that I have of DVDs containing every game of State of Origin up to, what year? 2018. Till I think that was the one where we won for the first time after the drought. So this box set contains every game of State of Origin, and yeah, it's a pretty cool box set. It's got all the discs in here, so you can watch every State of Origin in this box set. But what is State of Origin? So as I said, it's a state versus state, mate versus mate sort of template. So what that actually means is that State of Origin is primarily players from 2 states in Australia, New South Wales and Queensland. And you have to be born in one of these states to qualify. Now, there are instances where some players are not born in either state, but have made their reputation in the state. So people like Benji Marshall, I believe, were born in New Zealand, but he played for New South Wales at one point. So there are occurrences where people who weren't born in New South Wales or Queensland can play State of Origin, but it's very rare. And then you have like fans who were born in New South Wales who go for Queensland. Like, I mean, there's a bit of a joke with the Today Show host in Australia, Carl Stefanovic. He was born in New South Wales, but he goes for Queensland because he said he was raised in Queensland. So there are instances of that, but I am New South Wales through and through. I've lived in New South Wales all my life, and I am New South Wales. So the mate v mate template is that you might have players from the same team. Like, let's say they both played for, like, you might have Jake Trbojevic and Daly Cherry Evans. Both play for Manly Sea Eagles. But when it comes to State of Origin, Jake Trbojevic is on New South Wales and Daly Cherry Evans is Queensland. And so it'll be 2 mates on a team who are on opposing teams for the State of Origin. So think of it like an all-star game. Like, maybe the NBA All-Star Games or NFL All-Stars or whatever you have in America. Think of it like an all-star game. That's what State of Origin is, and it is the crown jewel of Australian Rugby League, the NRL. So, and that is not AFL, by the way, because I know a lot of people may think it's rugby league. It's not Australian rules football. So there are 2 codes in Australia, and when I mean codes, I mean 2 different football leagues. There is the NRL and the AFL. I'm talking about the NRL, Rugby League. So NRL's crowning jewel is State of Origin, and yeah, we have one coming up tonight, and it's going to be awesome. There's a bit of a mix-up with the team this year. New captain, new players in the team. So we're going to see how this goes. It may work, it may not work, but we do this every year. And this has been going for, what, 40-odd years at this point? 50-odd years? Or what is it, 1980, so 40-odd years. And it just is the biggest calendar event for Rugby League, apart from the Grand Final. And some might even say that State of Origin outperforms the Grand Final. I mean, the only thing that really outperforms NRL consistently is the AFL Grand Final, the other code's Grand Final. And AFL doesn't have something very similar to this. They did try a State of Origin series at one point, but nothing came close to the NRL's State of Origin. Like, in New South Wales and Queensland, it is by far the biggest night of Rugby League of the year. It does the biggest ratings, it does the biggest crowds, it sells out stadiums, or what we call stadiums in Australia, even though they're not as big as the American stadiums. But where we held the Sydney 2000 Olympics, the Homebush Stadium, Olympic Park, Stadium Australia as we call it, that is where Game 1 will be played tomorrow. Or tonight, I'll say, because I'm posting this on the day. That's where the game will be played, and it's going to be awesome to see. But yeah, state v state, mate v mate, Origin has produced a lot of great moments throughout the years. And yes, there are 2 states primarily. There's not other states in this, so it's only Queensland and New South Wales. It's a 2-state comp, and it's a best of 3 series. So best of 3 means, like, you might win Game 1 and Game 2, but you'll still play Game 3, even if the team has already won the series in the first 2. You'll still play Game 3 as, like, it's not a decider, but it'll still be a played, like, ritual to finish the series. But anyways, guys, State of Origin, go the Blues, because, yeah, I did go to Queensland for the first time a couple of weeks ago. It was a beautiful state, I will say that. It was Love Queensland. I will be back at Queensland at some point, but it was beautiful to see Queensland. But I love New South Wales. I will go the Blues all day, every day. But it was good to see Queensland. Good to see Brisbane. Good to see. I'm going to come back up there at some point and see a bit more of Queensland. But yeah, it was great to see that state. And yeah, go the Blues, because New South Wales is going to win, and we're going to win this series. And I don't know if this is going to age well. Maybe it won't. Maybe Queensland beat us. Maybe they don't. But I'm staying positive. I think New South Wales is going to win this series. But we'll see. State of Origin. It is the biggest night of rugby league of the year. And it produces some of the best moments of the year as well. Like, you see some really good moments. Like, there are legendary moments of, like, I remember one of my earliest experiences watching rugby league was, I remember there was a State of Origin scrum where every player was in the scrum pushing against each other, and it was, like, fascinating to watch. And I remember this was when I was a kid. This was, like, the 90s. And then there was also, like, the infamous, I think it was Gordon Tallis or someone drags that player across. It might have been Shane Webke who did it. I don't know, but no, it was Tallis. I think it was Gordon Tallis. But Queenslander, he pulled someone across the thing, because the rule of rugby league is if the ball doesn't touch the ground, it's still in play until the ref calls held. But he grabbed him by the collar and chucked him over the sideline. And yeah, there's great moments in rugby league. There's also not so great moments in rugby league, because when I mentioned the drought a bit earlier, New South Wales didn't win a series of State of Origin for about 9 odd years. I think it was 8 years. I think that's how long the drought was. But we didn't win a series, and Queensland won every year for that, like, 8 years straight. And then we finally did it, and I remember he's being cancelled now, but I remember it was Jared Hayne who scored the winning, took the ball over the dead ball line, and it was the end of the series, and we had won it. But, you know, we don't talk about Jared Hayne now, for good reason. You know, it's before the law. That's before the courts. We won't comment on Jared Hayne, but I won't talk about him. But I do remember that moment. That was a crowning jewel of New South Wales getting the series back, getting a win back. But yeah, hopefully you've learned a bit from this bit of a rant about State of Origin. It is probably the best game of rugby league you can watch, because it is the best players from across the league. It is the best players from all teams who qualify. I mean, they have to be born in New South Wales or Queensland, or, you know, at least have they made the rep, since some players do get an exemption to play on the teams. But yes, hopefully you've learned something from this. Go the Blues. I'm wearing a blue shirt today because I don't have a New South Wales jersey, so I'm just wearing a John Cena shirt that's blue. So sorry. But yeah, I might go to the game tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm doing. I might go to it. If it's too cold, I might just stay home and watch it on TV. But if you're overseas and you're thinking about checking out a rugby league game, State of Origin's the one to watch. Check it out. And yeah, hope you enjoy and learn something about this video. And yeah, go New South Wales. Peace.